Well, still outmaneuver him.
You're not actually going into an asteroid field.
They'd be crazy to follow us, wouldn't they?
You didn't have to do this to impress me.
Sir, the possibility of successfully navigating an asteroid field is approximately 3,720 to 1.
Never tell me the odds.
Said you want to be around when I made a mistake. This could be it, sweetheart.
I take it back. We're going to get pulverized if we stay out here much longer.
You can argue with that.
Pulverized.
I'm going in closer to one of the big ones.
Closer.
Closer.
Welcome back, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed that clip of Star Wars of the Millennium Falcon, my favorite ship. I'm wondering if you noticed how it was rotating through the asteroid field. I know it was dodging and weaving. I'm not sure if you noticed how it was dodging and weaving, but it was turning in a circular motion sometimes, and that's what we're doing today. Today we're talking about rotating shapes. Right here I've got a, let's just call it a tree, because it's not Christmas. So let's call it a tree, and we're going to try and rotate this. Your textbook is going to ask you to rotate things either clockwise or counterclockwise. What we'll need to do is understand what a clock face would look like. So let's move this over. I know it's high tech, right? So here's your clock face. Every time it's asking you to go clockwise or CW, it's going to say, which way does this hand turn? It, of course, goes that way. So let's put an arrow. That means it is clockwise. When it's asking you to go counterclockwise, it's asking you to go the opposite way, the opposite direction of where this hand would typically go. So the opposite way would be going around this way. If I drew an arrow going this way, that would be counterclockwise. I'm sure you guys know this already. All right, I'm going to show you also quadrants. Quadrants are something that you would split into 4. So here are the 4 quadrants. Here is 1 quarter, here is another quarter, here is another quarter, and here is another quarter. Easy, right? If I'm asking you to go clockwise from over here, clockwise 1 quarter, I would take 1 quarter and I'd go, of course, this way. If I was to ask you to go starting from here, counterclockwise 1/2 or 2 quarters, 1 quarter, 2 quarters, I would go counterclockwise, which would go this way, and I would end up right there. So you'll need to know your clockwise, counterclockwise, and your quarters in order to do the next part. If I was to ask you to start from here and go counterclockwise 3 quarters, that means I'm going to go 1 quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters, and end over here. Counterclockwise 3 quarters. All right, so now I'm going to give you 2 methods of rotating these shapes. The first method is just really simply, just understanding your direction. If I wanted to rotate this counterclockwise 1 quarter, one really quick way is that you can take your pen, put it at the point of where you want to rotate it, and you know that you're going to go counterclockwise. So you're going to go that way, right? So I could take my pen and literally go that way. So it's going to end up that way. Okay, so it'll go that way. If you also wanted to, if it asks you to translate it, let's say you have to translate 3 over, 1, 2, 3, and 1 up, right there. 3 over, 1, 2, 3, and 1 up. 3 over, 1, 2, 3, and 1 up. 1, 2, 3, and 1 up. Okay. Without a ruler, I'm just going to draw this really quickly because that's not my final shape. So now I've translated it. Now I have to rotate it counterclockwise 1 quarter. So it's going to go that way. Right? So from this point, you're going to move everything over from that point. This point right here has to be moved, or it can't move, and it's going to go down that way. So that's going to be your top point right there. And you're going to try and move everything that way. Your textbook actually makes a great point of trying to trace it. I'm not sure if it picks up on the iPad. Oh, it does, sort of. Okay. So tracing it there, just like that. And it asks you to, let's see, I gotta go right there. So I will go there. I see it on my page. And it says just press really hard on the next page so that you will see the indentations right there. You probably don't see it. You can even, let's see, I'm gonna try and push the pen so hard that you can actually see it in pen. I'm doing lines so that you can see it. I'm not sure if you can see those lines. Can you? Yeah, you can. Perfect. So you know it's there, 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 and there. And that's how you're going to rotate shapes. Clockwise, counterclockwise. And we've successfully rotated this shape counterclockwise a quarter or 1/4 using this point as the rotation axis, or as your book says, the center of rotation. Okay, so this is the center of rotation. Sometimes it's going to ask you this point or whatever point is asking. The center of rotation is the part that does not rotate around, or the part that it hinges upon. So if that's the center of rotation, it's just going to rotate all the way around just like that. Okay. If you have any questions, let me know in class. See you soon. Oh, and also, I'm going to show, you don't have to watch the next clip, but it's where the famous line from Star Wars comes from. Enjoy.
All right, stand by.
May the Force be with us.
Break off the attack. The shield is still up. I got no reading. Are you sure? Pull up! All craft, pull up!
Green Group, stay across the holding sector of each other. It's a trap!